Good morning, this is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing the question, why is my car AC compressor clutch not engaging? Okay, as you know here, I talked about and solved a lot of problems concerning car AC problems here. And I'm going to be discussing more because there are some other topics which I haven't discussed about, which I'm going to be discussing after this very video here regarding your car AC system. So if you are a car enthusiast or DIY who want to fix his car by himself, you might find I think you're gonna find my channel very useful to your fixing your car yourself and save yourself a lot of money. With that said, then let's go ahead and dive into why your car AC compressor will not engage. Now, I'm gonna be introducing you to these two compressors because in as much as car AC system is concerned, from the day car started and to this very moment, these are the two kinds of compressor you're going to be seeing in the market. You have the fixed displacement compressor on the left and you have the variable displacement compressor on the right. The difference between these two here, which sometimes cannot be so obviously, is that this one here on the left has a clutch, which is this guy here has a clutch, and that's the one which we are on the topic talking about today. Why this one here have no clutch, is completely moving. How do you identify that you have clutch? The difference is that this one here, the clutch can move independently of the pulley. While this one here, this very metal, which in some cases can be plastic here, is often moving simultaneously with the pulley. Then the second side here, which is a difference again, mechanical difference or physical difference here, is that this one here, which you have here, the fixed displacement, have a magnetic clutch coil inside here which looks like this, and that is what actually creates the magnetization of this clutch here. When the ECU sends 12 to 14 volts down to the magnetic clutch coil, which is here, is being embedded inside. So the design construction of it is actually made it a hollow here so that it can slot in. Obviously, for obvious reasons, this is not the coil for this one. I'm just using it for the purpose of this very video here. Okay, so with this here, it is so close that it can actually be able to magnetize this clutch here. Most often times for sedan compressors, you're gonna hear it sound like this click when the clutch engages, and when it disengage, you won't hear any noise. So let's go to it. So the first thing which you're going to be looking at, if suppose the clutch didn't engage, we're going to be taking this one out here. Why are we going to be taking this one out? We're going to shift this one out of the picture because this one cannot disengage and engage. It's constantly running with a flywheel. So with that understood, we're going to be shifting this one out of the equation, which is the variable displacement compressor. So guy, see you later. Okay, now that we have this guy here, which is the fixed displacement compressor, I'm gonna be bringing all the attributes or the main reason why this compressor the clutch won't engage, this very clutch won't engage, which is the first one here is as a bad or a burnt magnetic clutch coil. When this coil here is made up of copper wires which have been wounded around it here. So when a power is fed through it, it's gonna turn that power and make this thing to become a magnet. All right, so most often times what send that power to hit here is the ECU that sends the power to this very place through a relay. All right, now if there is no power going to this very magnetic clutch coil, this clutch is not going to engage. That is number one. And there could be a lot of factors that can actually cause that. One can be a blown fuse, which is a magnetic clutch coil fuse. The number two is a magnetic clutch coil bad or relay. If there is a relay for magnetic clutch coil, when it goes bad, then it's not going to allow the clutch to get magnetized. So you have to really either know your onion to actually be able to diagnose any problem related to that. If suppose it's a fuse related, you can use your multimeter, your voltmeter, to actually be able to rectify that. And if it is a magnetic clutch relay, then pretty much you can also do the same by swapping one relay to another. You can be able to actually find out if it's actually the problem, then use that to actually eliminate the problem. Using the elimination process, you can actually be able to figure out if that is actually what the problem is or not. And if it is not, then you can proceed ahead. Then what are the other factors that can make this coil, this clutch, not to engage when there is no refrigerant inside the system? Because this compressor here is designed to pump vapor, not liquid or pump just ordinary air. So if there is no refrigerant, or the refrigerant leaks inside the system, yes, there is leak inside the system, which is also can be attributed to no refrigerant. So when there's a constant leak inside the system, of course, what's going to happen? The power is going to cut off. Why does that happen? It happens because this compressor is designed to pump vapor and not air, or just empty nothing. All right. So if there is a certain parameter, there is a certain threshold which the refrigerant level inside the system is supposed to be to maintain for the safety of this very compressor, right? Just like your heart pumps blood into the through the veins and all the arteries of your body to your brains and the rest of them. So imagine if there is no blood in your system, what is the heart going to pump? Just air? Of course, yes, it also pumps air through the blood and the rest of them. So the same thing here, if there is no refrigerant inside the system, the compressor is not going to pump anything. And the manufacturers, the designers, the engineers who engineers this compressor have made it in such a way that when the pressure, the refrigerant inside the system drop below some certain parameters and threshold, the ECU should be able to sense that using the trinary sensor, which you can find in the high side of your car AC system. All right, to use that to shut off the power that goes to the compressor. There is no truth further from that. So when that is cut off, what it's actually doing is for you to visit the nearby mechanic to figure that out what actually happened. It could be a leak. Yes, most of the time it's actually a leak. So when there is a leak, then and it drops, then it's not going to send that power. So when you figure out where it's leaking out from, it could be any place. Have it in the back of your mind that most car AC systems have at least up to 14 different joints within the circuit. So any of them can actually cause the problem, cause the leak, cause the refrigerant to leak out of the system. And when that happens, this compressor is not going to engage. But let's say where there is a refrigerant inside the system that you're seeing on the low side as much as on the high side, around 100 psi, which is a static pressure reading, but still this clutch won't engage. There is often scenario that can actually cause this, which is a black death. And it could be a situation where that black death occurs, or lack of oil, and it fried your clutch and blown it into bits like this. All right, so at that very stage here, this one here is gonna stuck with the system, right? But let's say that the magnetic clutch coil here is still intact and hasn't burned. This one here is gonna be magnetized when the power is being sent into the magnetic clutch coil and it's energized. It's gonna magnetize it and hold it spinning. You're gonna obviously see it spinning, but you're still gonna be getting a warm air coming out of your veins. Because of what? Because the actual one that actually drives the compressor is this one here, but you only need assistance through the rubber that's holding it, securing it in place around here. Just like you can see in this very healthy one here, there is a rubber here, all right? But those rubber do get burnt off when the system has a problem, when there is an incorrect gap in here, which can burn the coil, which I discussed in some other video. Go ahead and look through my channel and find it. I might leave a link below this so you can be able to find it there. Incorrect gapping or excess refrigerant, too much refrigerant inside the system. So now the other side, I can actually blow this blow this coil into bits is black death. That the way you see it chopped this very shaft into shred, right? That looks very horrible, right? So that's the action of black death inside the system. So a black death can actually damage the clutch coil, and when it damages the clutch is not going to engage. You're only going to see, like I told you before, you're going to see only this one engage, but it's not going to be moving simultaneously with this one. But the design feature of this is actually to move it together with this one. Let me show you how it works. All right, you see this shaft right here is meant to socket here. It has a gear there. All right, when it fits in, it moves together. All right, so but when this one has been chopped off and there's a lot of black death inside the system, it's going to hold this one steady, this very middle one steady, right? This middle one is going to hold it steady, not to move. Now when you start your car and you engage your car AC system, and there is still refrigerant within the parameters which the manufacturer have actually set it to be, around 100 psi on the static pressure on the both sides, what's going to happen there is that your engine that have up to 120 or 1000 horsepower is going to show its power, it's going to show its muscle, like, yeah, I want to pull this compressor and let's go. Now what happens, the black death inside the system gonna say, no, I am the master of this compressor right now. I am holding this compressor ransom because the technician did a bad job, or because there is some sort of miscalculation that have actually created a nightmare inside this very place here. Now the engine will not shut off because of this compressor, except on one condition, that the power of this compressor is much more greater than the engine, which in most cases is impossible. So the engine is gonna want to spin this one here. So when it happens, the whole force is gonna be transferred into the weaker part of this metal, because that's a lot of force right there. That's a lot of Newton torque of force right there. And the weaker part is gonna be this rubber here. So it's gonna be tearing this rubber, and that's gonna damage the clutch. So aside these factors which I've listed above, or let's say you have a problem with the climatronics not sending power, or you have a defective high pressure sensor, trinary sensor inside the system, else the clutch should be engaged. If all these conditions which I've actually listed above are met, the clutch should engage. I hope this solves your problem. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I gotta catch you guys later. I remain Dr. Cool Effects. Bye for now.